Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. So I am looking for a little bit of feedback before I start this video. I have been very upfront and honest about my mental state and disorders, and I have had nothing but support from everybody, and I just want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable with it and that everybody feels like when I say it, it's relevant, because I do have a video I want to upload, but I'm not sure if you would want to hear more in-depth conversation about what I go through. But that I want my subscribers to tell me. I don't want to force anything on you guys or make you feel uncomfortable. So today we're going to be doing a book review. I'm going to be doing a second book review in a couple of seconds, but, well, not seconds, like after this video, because that makes sense. Today we're going to be doing The Six Gun Snow White by Catherine M. Valente. Okay, so where do I begin with this? The premise is pretty simple, but at the same time it's very different. So Snow White is born to a very clearly woman who is from the Indian nation, and they never specify her tribe or anything, but she is born into a family where a white man falls in love with a woman from an Indian nation, and he prays that his daughter will have hair like his wife and lips like his wife, but he will have skin that his child will have skin like him. So there's an underlying conversation throughout the whole book where everyone wants her to be white, and it's really kind of disturbing. So her stepmother actually calls her Snow White as a put down, to mock her for how non-white she is. And the abuse that she suffers by her stepmother is outlandish. It is awful. I know that, like, in the actual Grimm's fairy tale, the evil queen is, evil and does terrible things. But this girl, I mean, the things that she gets put through by her stepmother are awful. And it was so interesting and well done without being so... It was not out of the realm of possibility if somebody was that insane, to believe that they had to try and force someone to become white, which is really what it comes down to. So the story actually is very interesting because her father is alive, and he has just basically left her to the design of being raised by her stepmother because children are not his job. And it actually says that he states that, basically. He says, children are not my responsibility, they're the woman's responsibility, so I hand my responsibilities over to my new wife. Totally ridiculous. The young girl who is called Snow White is... When he first brings home his new wife, she's not allowed to leave her room because he's afraid that the marriage will fall through if his future father-in-law and wife can see that his daughter's not white. It's unbelievable the lengths he goes to hide this girl. And the servants all think she's a ward, and they're all like, oh, well, hopefully someday he'll have a child of his own. Like, they say these things to his daughter, and she grows up understanding that she's not what anyone wants, she's not what her father wanted, she's not what the wife wants, she's nothing. And she ends up having a gun that she absolutely loves, and she learns how to shoot it when she's young enough that her father still is interested. And every time she's well behaved, he gives her a pearl that can be placed on the gun. So she takes her gun and her horse and she leaves. And that's really where the story starts to get interesting and a lot more kind of, I guess you would say, fun to follow. It's a definite different ploy as to the idea of being just sent off into the woods and the huntsman trying to take out her heart and all that. There is a huntsman, but it's a little different. But she is going off to the Indian reservation to try and find people of her own world and her own kind of mindset and her own color. So it's definitely got some really gruesome, gritty feel to it. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I cannot wait to keep reading Catherine M. Valente. This was my first non Fairyland book by Catherine M. Valente, and I seriously enjoyed it, and I have Radiance for next, and that will be coming up soon, but I thoroughly enjoyed this. Anyone who likes a fairy tale retelling should pick this up. I think it was a lot more cleverly done in that it's not a fairy tale retelling where you're just like, oh, okay, now this is going to happen. Now this is going to happen. Yes, you know what's going to happen, but the twists are so interesting that you don't feel like you're just reading it with a little side note. So I really enjoyed it. I believe I gave it 5 stars. I think it's like 4.5 stars sort of thing I gave it. I personally will try and reread this at some point. Now, I did have someone ask me why I don't talk about books or rate books that I don't like. And the thing is, I don't finish books I don't like, so that's part of my problem. And I'm trying to get better at that. So I've got a couple of the ones that I did my DNF video, and I will link that down below, that I haven't finished and that I'm kind of, I just don't want to. But some of them I want to, some of them I don't. It's all about my mood. But anyway, anyone who enjoys the Snow White retellings and everything should pick this up. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, super fun, easy to read. It's a quick read, honestly. I read it in like 2 days. It's only 153 pages. Fun, and the font is definitely, I love that picture. This is her being washed by her stepmother in milk to try and whiten her skin. All right. Well, that'll do it, guys. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.